McAfee Coliseum in Oakland, California. We're ready for the Houston Texans and the Oakland Raiders. Gus Johnson along with Steve Tasker, Gary Kubiak. In his second year as the head coach of the Houston Texans, his team coming off a 35-10 loss at San Diego last week. Lane Kiffin on the other sideline in his first year as the head coach of the Raiders. His team losing 13-9 at Tennessee 1 week ago. The Raiders are 2-5. The Texans are 3-5. And a reminder, this game is brought to you in high def here on CBS. And we're underway. Texans and Raiders. And this will be Oakland starting from inside the end zone. And the return all the way up close to the 20-yard line. A 20-yard return for the Raiders. And here comes Josh McCown, who returns for the first time in 4 weeks. He hurt his foot versus Denver week 2, and it's really cost him a lot of problems. And now he's fully healthy, and he replaces Dante Culpepper at quarterback. Josh McCown ready to lead this Oakland Raiders football team. First down and 10 at the 19-yard line. Lamont Jordan. And here's McCown. He pulls it down, scrambles out of the pocket, throws on the run, almost picked off. That one batted down at the last possible moment by Fred Bennett. Offensively for the Raiders, they rank 24th in the NFL, 6th in rushing, 28th in passing. This offensive line has had some problems. Sims, Gallery, Newberry, Carlisle, and Green. The backs and receivers, Justin Fargas has done a good job. He's beaten out Lamont Jordan and Dominic Rhodes for that starting running back job. But right now, he's not in the lineup. Lamont Jordan is on second down and 10 at the 19-yard line. Zach Miller in motion. McCown, play fake, rolls out of the pocket with time, throws on the run, and it's caught at the sideline at the 35. Incomplete though. Curry, the intended receiver. Defensively for Houston, ranked 17th overall, 14th against the pass, 20th against the run. Mario Williams has 4 sacks. The rookie Okoye at left corner. And there's Fred Bennett starting today on that right side. Third down and 10. At the 19-yard line for the Raiders on their opening drive. McCown steps up in the pocket, wants to run, crosses the 20, dives forward, and he will not pick up the first down. D'Amico Ryans in on the tackle. It's a 5-yard gain, and the Raiders are 3 and out.
And that you saw early, McCown is back in the lineup at starter after Dante Culpepper starting the last 4 games. One of the things that you've seen is McCown is going to get out of the pocket and try and make some plays with his legs. Culpepper was not able to do that when he was at quarterback, and early on the Raiders have got that in their game plan in a big way.
Shane Lechler will punt from the 10-yard line. He has 13 punts of at least 50 yards this season. Jacoby Jones back deep, and Lechler gets a hold of one. Jones backpedaling, starts inside his own 15, and he's wrapped up at the 15-yard line. Hiram Eugene with the tackle on special teams. A 63-yard punt and a 2-yard return. So here comes Sage Rosenfels, and he's replaced Matt Schaub back-to-back weeks. Schaub dinged up, hip injury. He's out this game with a concussion, still recovering. And what has Sage done over the past couple of weeks? Well, he's thrown for 466 yards, 5 touchdowns. And last week, 17 of 27, a $176, a touchdown, 2 picks against the Chargers. First down and 10 at the 16-yard line. Leach and Amon Green in the backfield. Play fake. Here's Rosenfels rolling out of the pocket. Tucks it, wants to run, has some room, dives forward, and gets to the 30-yard line. That's a 14-yard gain. Offensively for the Texans, they rank 9th overall in the NFL, 4th in passing, 30th in rushing. Salam, Pitts, Flanagan, Weary, Winston are your 5 offensive linemen. The backs and receivers, Amon Green has been in and out of the lineup with a tender knee suffered against Carolina week 2. He didn't play last week against San Diego. He'll give it a try today. First down and 10 at the 30. High formation again. Amon Green, the deep man. Andre Davis in motion. They give it to Green over the right side. And Amon powering, gets to the 35. Kirk Morrison wraps him up, but it's a gain of 6. Defensively for the Raiders, their Raiders defense held Vince Young to only 42 passing yards last week. Richardson, Sapp, Sands in for Gerard Warren, who's out. Burton 2nd and 4 at the 36. Here's Amon Green with running room, crosses the 40, gets it up to the 41, a gain of 5. Asamoah with the tackle, and it's a first down. Raiders defense against the run, they've struggled this season, Steve. 30th in the NFL, yielding 148.9 yards per game on the ground.
And you can bet that the Houston Texans are going to try and make sure they stay 30th in the league today. The Texans are going to give them a big dose. In fact, the Texans have kept 3 running backs active for this, Amon Green and 2 others, which is unusual for their roster.
First down and 10 at the 41, and some movement on the right side.
False start, number 73 offense, 5-yard penalty still. Second down.
That's Eric Winston.
There's a reason 3 guys are active, and Gary Kubiak is going to hand it to them and make sure the Raiders have a hard time in the run game.
First down, here's Rosenfels throwing off his back foot to the near side, loose ball, and it's picked up by Houston, as the Texans, Dreesen picks it up. It was dropped by Owen Daniels. He had it knocked out of his hands.
Yeah, and that's one thing that has plagued the Texans, turnovers, particularly in the last 2 weeks. Turnovers have been the difference between this club that started quickly at 2-0 and the one that's lost 3 straight. That's the reason.
The Raiders are the only team in the NFL not to recover a fumble on defense this year. 2nd and 18 at the 33. Ron Dane is checked in. Rosenfeld, straight drop. In trouble, throws, and it's incomplete. Daniels, the intended receiver, on the far side, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 18.
Well, for 2 plays, he's tried to go to Daniels. One was a reception and a fumble. That one, he had him open and couldn't get it out to him. You see there, Rosenfeld's buying some time in the pocket, had plenty of time, but that defensive secondary for the Raiders not giving him very much to throw to, and finally the pressure getting to him. And I think that's going to be the key for today. If Rosenfeld has a lot of time to throw, the Texans are going to be very difficult to beat.
3rd down and 18 at the 33. They need to get inside Raider territory for a first down. Rosenfeld's the screen, and it's caught. Amon Green with the leg down the sideline. Amon Green needs 1 block, out of bounds at the 15. Terrific call. And Amon Green rumbles for 53 yards. Mike Sherman, what a call. The offensive coordinator for the Texans.
Oh, and he caught him perfectly. The great play, perfectly developed screen route. Amon Green, when he gets in the open field, is really tough to catch. On a 3rd and 18, picking it up. It's a conservative call because it's a nice short little pass, and you get it to the guy you want it in the hands of, Amon Green, and he gets the big play. What a great play call, and it's perfectly executed by the offense of Houston.
First down and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Texans. They hand it off. Ron Dane looking for running room. Now Houston in the red zone this season. 23 possessions, 9 touchdowns, 11 field goals. That's a 39% touchdown percentage.
And the Texans have only scored 18 touchdowns all year. And that in the red zone has become, I think, Gus, there's a lot of teams this year who have struggled when they get down close. And I think it's just a philosophical problem that a lot of offenses have. When the field changes shapes and becomes short on the back end, they just cannot move the football.
2nd and 9 at the 13. The Texans have scored on their opening drive, 3 of 8 this season. That one thrown to the far side, and Vontae Leach with the reception out of the backfield. He's the fullback in his 4th year out of East Carolina. Tackle on the play made by Robert Thomas, starting for Sam Williams today.
And you'll see right after the play comes open, watch how fast the Raider defense closes on the receiver. I mean, it's just the speed. Leach just catches that football, and there's no place to run with. And I think right here, Gus, this is when I think on 1st and 2nd down, the Texans have got to find out how good that Raider run defense is, particularly in this area.
3rd down and about 5.5 at the 10-yard line. Rosenfeld hands it off. Ron Dane dives forward, and he'll be close. He needed to get to about a 4.5. Thomas Howard trips him up.
Yeah, he's going to be short of it, and I think, yeah, they're going to bring Chris Brown on to kick the 3. No. They're going to go for it.
Going for it.
I like that. You got the 30th ranked run defense in the league you're going against. You're on the road. Give your offense a chance. You got your backup quarterback playing early in the game. I think it's a good call by Gary Kubiak. And I'll tell you what, I hand it off and pound it in there. You got, like I said, the Raiders haven't been able to stop the run. This is where you prove that you came to play if you're the Houston Texans.
And Gary Kubiak wants a timeout. 8:28 to play in the first quarter. Houston and Oakland. Houston leads the series. Texans need a yard at the 5. 10th play of the drive that started at the Houston 16. Rosenfels and the offense break to the line of scrimmage. Amon Green, the single setback. 2 tight ends, and now the Raiders want to talk it over.
They had some real personnel problems on defense. Rob Ryan is all the way out on the field trying to get an idea, hollering, trying to get his players lined up right, and he is hot. They couldn't get the attention of their players over the crowd noise, and they had to waste a timeout on defense.
Rob Ryan, the defensive coordinator.
That's a sloppy start on a 4th and short. The Texans had just taken a timeout. There's no excuse for not having the right people on the field.
Fourth down and 1. Lane Kiffin, youngest head coach in the National Football League. Both these teams have battled numerous injuries. 4th down. Texans going for it. Amon Green again. Walter in motion. Now empty backfield. Quarterback sneak. Rosenfels picks up the first down.
Sage Rosenfels with a quarterback keeper.
Yeah, there's no question the threat. You get it. You empty the backfield, spread the defense, and you get the big quarterback pushing it through. No question he got it well past the 4-yard line. You said it, Gus. Both these clubs have had injury problems, and you look at Houston, they've got 5 guys out of today's lineup. C.C. Brown, Jamar Fletcher, Andre Johnson, Matt Schaub, of course, Casey Studdard, all those guys out of the lineup. So Houston still getting it done, but really their depth has been tested.
First down and goal at the 3. Now a flag on the play thrown on the far side.
Got to be an illegal substitution.
False start, number 70. Offense, 5-yard penalty remains. First down.
That was really, I didn't see that.
That's Fred Weary, the right guard. Number 70.
I didn't think the offensive line had even gotten set, let alone been able to jump. We'll have to sit. That's a huge mental mistake there.
So instead of first down and goal at the 3, it's first down and goal at the 8-yard line. Amon Green. They give it to him over the right side, and he's tackled from behind. Guess who? The big fella, Warren Sapp, who's not as big anymore in his 13th year. He's lost a ton of weight. Warren Sapp looks terrific this season.
Oh, he's really bought into Lane Kiffin's philosophy. He's always been a competitor and a guy who says what he thinks and really doesn't hold anything back. And I think the team has responded to his leadership. He really has stepped it up this year. This whole Raider defense played well last year, but I'll tell you what, they are battling hard this year.
Second down and goal at the 8-yard line. 12th play of the drive. Here's Amon Green. Touchdown. Amon Green fighting his way into the end zone. And the Texans get on the board first. Green with an 8-yard run.
I'll tell you what, Gus, that was a nice handoff, but you know what? That was good quarterback play. Rosenfels quick snapped the Raider defense. He caught him without being set. You see how the defensive line were all moving around? He quick snapped him, and again, a quick hitter right up the middle. Great cadence by the backup quarterback. Sage Rosenfels opened it up for Amon Green.
So the drive, 12 plays covering 84 yards. Texans hold it for 7:08. The big play on that drive, folks, the extra point up and good. A 53-yard screen pass to Amon Green on 3rd down and 18 from their own 33. Amon taps it off with an 8-yard touchdown. Texans on top first. 72 total yards on the drive, including that 53-yard screen from Sage Rosenfels. So the Texans send it away. This will be Dominic Rhodes back deep. Starts from the goal line. And Rhodes trying to get outside. He gets to the sideline and is finally tapped out of bounds after a 24-yard return by Danny Clark. The Oakland Raiders will have it on offense when we come back down 7. Welcome back, 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 24. They give it to Justin Fargas, who breaks it back, and Fargas gets to the 31-yard line. A 7-yard gain. C.C. Brown with the tackle, and what should we look out for?
Well, for the Texans, they've got to hang on to the football. Turnovers have killed them and led to 2 of the 3 losses in this. And for the Raiders, just run, baby. Justin Fargas and also Lamont Jordan. And then both these clubs need to finish off. The 4th quarter is going to be crucial in this game because I think it's going to be close. And neither one of these teams has been able to finish.
2nd and 7 at the 31. Here's the handoff again, Fargas. And this time he stood up and dropped. Danny Clark, former Raider, who's been talking about how much he's looking forward to playing in this game, comes up with the tackle, and that's a loss of 1 on the play.
Danny Clark, we spoke to him yesterday. Good guy. I mean, he was really excited about coming back here. He likes playing on this defense because it's a young, athletic defense. A lot of good leadership from guys like D'Amico Ryans. He said Mario Williams and Okoye. Said it's a fun group to be a part of.
Raiders have scored only 1 touchdown in their last 8 quarters. Here's McCown. Steps up in the pocket, now flushed out, looking for room. He's in trouble, and he dives forward. Should be close to the first down. D'Amico Ryans tripped him up, but McCown gains 5.
And he got the first down, and that's exactly why McCown was missed when he was out with that foot injury, his ability to do this. This move right here, again, and then he gets it, also gets Cooper out in front of him, Cooper Carlisle, and then gets the first down. That's exactly the kind of play that Dante Culpepper was having trouble making when he was starting.
1st down and 10 at the 35. Griffin and Fargas in the backfield. Here's Fargas as he hurdles a man and maybe a yard. Remember, Justin Fargas had that terrific game when he came in for Lamont Jordan against Miami. And let's take a look back. The 30th of September, he carried the ball 22 times for 179 yards.
Now, they absolutely dominated that game on the ground. They made the Miami Dolphins look like a junior high football team. I mean, they just physically beat them up, and they're trying to get back to that. Justin Fargas, you know one thing, he is going to run hard every touch.
2nd and 7 at the 38. Play fake, McCown throws on the run, and it's gone. Curry, what a catch. Oh, and he gets drilled. Wow. Fred Bennett. Both of these young players are laid out. Bennett, a rookie. Curry. Wow.
Yeah, that was, and you said it, both of them are out on this, and what a sensational catch. Right there, tips it up, grabs it himself, turns it up, watch. Oh. And they just hit it. You see Bennett there too, and that hurts. You see there.
Curry, tough guy. He never has any problems going across the middle. Terrific athlete, basketball player at North Carolina. They're checking him out. You can bet he'll be back in if he can. Teams, Fred Bennett on the left, walks off the field on his own. He jogged off the field, as a matter of fact. Curry up and moving as we take one more look at the hit. As Bennett, the rookie out of South Carolina, 4th round pick, starting today in place of DeMarcus Fagans, trying to shake it off on the sideline. So the Raiders have it 1st and 10 at the 48. O'Neal and Fargas out of the I formation. Here's the reverse. Lee Higgins turns a corner, and he's tripped up. Coming up to make the play, Von Hutchins, the free safety after an 8-yard gain.
Nice play on 1st down. As Hutchins came up, Mario Williams in pursuit as well. But this is a great reverse. Watch, McCown just pitches it. Saves thing, and I like that. I like pitching it better than handing it off. It gets the quarterback out of the way. His hands get out, and those guys are paid to catch the ball like that. That Higgins is better at handling it in the air than he is out of a guy's hand.
2nd down and 2. Fargas leans forward, picks up the 1st down. Travis Johnson, the left defensive tackle, got an ankle to bring him down.
I think he got a bad spot. I think they're going to be short of the 1st down. I was with you guys. I thought he got it, but the officials are going to mark him short. Like the Raiders, you knew that both these clubs are going to come in and try and run the football. Raiders doing it with an end around, a little bit of misdirection, and Justin Fargas getting the start today. Fargas, a really fast runner when he gets the crease.
3rd down and 1 at the 43. And here's the quarterback sneak. And McCown should pick up the 1st down. And you can follow all of today's NFL action with live scoring game centers. And for more coverage on the games, don't miss. There are no other games going on except this one in the National Football League.
Jim Nantz and Phil Simms, I think, took the weekend off.
I think so. 1st and 10 at the 41. But we can carry the ball. Here's the handoff. Fargas spinning. And he gets to the 30. A gain of 11. And that's Earl Cochran with the tackle along with Fagans.
One of the things about the Raiders, Gus, when McCown came out, the Raiders in the last month or so got into a little bit of the lethargic pace in and out of the huddle. They weren't really playing crisp. They got a lot of pre-snap penalties. And when McCown came back in, he said, that's one of the things I'm going to change as quarterback. I'm going to get the guys in and out of the huddle, and it's helped. Not too many pre-snap penalties at this early stage.
Here's McCown in trouble. Reverses his field. Throws across his body. Caught in traffic inside the 20. Flag on the play, but what a throw and what a catch. And that's Curry. A gain of 12.
Holding. Number 80, offense. 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Zach Miller.
Well, Curry took the shot a couple minutes ago, comes back in right over the middle and takes a late throw from McCown. Watch right at the top of your screen right there. He's going to get caught as Kalu comes in on the inside rush, and he has to push it. I don't know. Looked like he kept his hands inside, but McCown throws it late across the middle and gets the completion. Right now, the Raiders are putting together a pretty good little drive, although they're stopped by a penalty here.
And there's an injured player. That's Dante Robinson for the Texans. He's in a lot of pain. Back after this. Dante Robinson is one of the rising stars in the league. He actually is one of my favorite defenders, and he is in a lot of pain, Steve, and the replay will show you why.
Yeah, it's not pretty. I mean, he's going to come in, and his own guy's going to come in and clean up on the tackle. His right leg right there gets caught underneath, and that angle we chose because it's not as gruesome as the other angle. And they brought the cart out immediately, and it's, you know, and I'll tell you guys, it sounds strange, but when you're in the league and you watch your teammate go down, one of the things you do is you almost hope that it's a broken bone rather than ligaments or tendons or anything like that, because the bones heal better than anything else. And you almost hope that he broke his shin bone rather than tore ligaments in his ankle or something of that nature. The soft tissue injuries are the ones that really are the ones that take a long time to recuperate from, more so than.
Ball 1st down and 20 at the 40-yard line. 10th play of the drive that started at their own 24. They've held it for 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Fargas the deep man. McCown, that one deflected and intercepted. Danny Clark, the former Raider, scoops it up, and the Raiders turn it over. Somebody got a hand on it at the line of scrimmage. And Houston in business with the ball and the lead. The 36, Travis Johnson, gets a hand on the football, forcing the interception as Danny Clark picks it off. And the Texans have it at their own 36. Ron Dane in the backfield. Here's Dane trying to break it back, and he's wrapped up and taken down. Tyler Brayton.
You take a minute ago, look at that interception. Watch, right there's Travis Johnson. He's going to take on snap, move a little bit to the outside, and just get his hand up and pops it up. Danny Clark right there, great catch, cradles it, keeps it off the ground, and it's a turnover going the other way, and that goes against the quarterback. But I don't know, sometimes I think they get the worst end of that when they throw the football out there and somebody bats it down, tips it up for an unfortunate interception.
2nd down and 10 of the 36. Leach and Green in the backfield now. Here's Amon Green, and he's ridden down at the 37-yard line. Terrific looking tackle by Warren Sapp. Sapp, look at him pursuing like a young guy out there. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Texans lead the Raiders 7-0. We'll return to Oakland after these messages. You're watching the National Football League on CBS. Welcome back. Houston with a 7-0 lead. Faced with a 3rd down and 10 at the 36. Texans need to go to the 46-yard line for first down. On Green in the backfield with Rosenfels out of the gun. Raiders showing blitz. They back off. Rosenfels steps into his throw. Daniels with the grab at the 35. Owen Daniels down the seam. Tackled by Stuart Schweigert, but it's a gain of 29 yards.
You're exactly right, Gus. Right down the seam. Daniels going to come right here. He's going to go and end up on the far side of the football field, right down the opposite hash, right between the safety, and as Huff comes over, Schweigert, both safeties just right between them. Great throw by Rosenfeld.
So Daniels second on this team in receiving. 36th catch of the year, 1st and 10. At the 36, Rosenfels again looking for Walter. He's got him, and it's picked up. Schweigert inside the 5.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. They weren't going to split those safeties this time. They tried to go right down the middle again, and Schweigert makes the play. They got 2 deep. Schweigert's rotating over to the left. Rosenfels thinks he's going to throw it over. Schweigert turns his hips, runs back. Perfect defense. Ball's a little bit underthrown. It should have been down into the end zone. Schweigert made the play. Great defensive play in the secondary by the 2 safeties, Huff and Schweigert.
First interception of the year for Schweigert. And he'll get a pound from his teammates on the sideline. First down and 10 now for McCown and the Raiders at the 4. Fargas trying to get him some room, and he's wrapped up. Danny Clark. So both teams have thrown an interception, and these teams have a penchant for giving it away.
Yeah, and giving up points after they do. Of course, Houston is by far and away the worst team, or if you want, the leaders in this category of giving up the most points after they turn it over. One good thing going for the Texans now, Rosenfeld threw that interception on the Raider 4-yard line. So the Raiders have got a long way to go to capitalize on that turnover, but nevertheless, it robs Houston of an opportunity.
2nd down and 8, and a flag on the play.
Well,
Rosenfels has now thrown on the season 6 interceptions.
Encroachment, number 91 defense, 5-yard penalty still. 2nd down.
And that's a nice little change of pace for the Raiders. They're the team that usually gets the pre-snap penalties. It has killed them in the last 3 weeks. The penalties and the holdings, particularly along their offensive line. I think it's a breath of fresh air for them that they can actually force a penalty on their opponent for a change.
Makes a 2nd down and 3 at the 11-yard line. Griffith and Fargas line up in the eye. Curry the motion man. Fargas. And Fargas gets to the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. And picks up a first down. Anthony Maddox with the tackle.
We spoke to Justin Fargas, and what a quiet, unassuming guy. He has been with the Raiders his whole career. He was a backup at USC. He's been a backup here in Oakland, and just a hard-working guy. And Lane Kiffin told us, you know what? We know what we're going to get with him. It's not so much for what he does on the field, it's also for who he is. This is a guy that other guys work hard for in front of him. It's a guy that you like to see rewarded with a chance to start.
7 carries, 27 yards for Fargas. Lamont Jordan in the game now. Here's McCown, sets up a screen, looking for Jordan. Dumps it off to him. Jordan squares his shoulders with running room, and he gets to the 30-yard line. Well-executed play. A gain of 13. Danny Clark brings him down.
All right, early in the second quarter here, Gus, you can tell right now the Oakland Raiders offense looks completely different, and it's because of Josh McCown's ability to buy time. Lamont Jordan staying available, McCown rolling out one way or the other, extending plays, and then having the presence of mind just to get it to somebody who's open.
First down and 10 at the 28. And a flag on the play.
false start, number 76. Offense. 5-yard penalty still. First down.
Gallery moved early at the left guard spot inside, and the Raiders return the favor with the pre-snap penalty, and that is not a statistic a head coach can be proud of.
And last week versus Tennessee, 14 penalties for 100 yards for the Raiders.
They had 14 penalties, Gus, in a game they lost by 4 points.
11 penalties on offense. First down and 10 at the 23. Vargas turns the corner, head of steam, and he gets to the 31-yard line. That's a 7-yard gain, but there's a flag.
Number 62, offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
That's Jeremy Newberry, the starting center.
Right there, he snaps the ball, and he's working there against Maddox. Right there, and you can't miss it. And you can't see the far side. Obviously, he had his hands outside on the far side, but Newberry putting his team in a deeper hole, and that is a crusher for this Raiders team. As good as they look with McCown and the difference he's made at this early going, now the Raiders are getting back into their old ways.
Take a look at the penalties, 3 for 25. First and 20 at the 13. Jordan in the backfield. Lamont Jordan. And Lamont Jordan gets to the 18-yard line, a 4-yard gain. Anthony Maddox calls him down.
And this young Houston defense, knowing that the Raiders are going to try and run the football, not really knowing what they're going to get in Josh McCown. I think they came in a little bit unsure of what McCown and how he would change it, but McCown's ability to extend plays has been the difference.
McCown, originally selected in the 4th round by Cleveland in 2004, was traded to Tampa in 2005, never played a game for them. Also played in Arizona and Detroit. Underneath, Tim Dwight. Incomplete. Dwight was signed on Wednesday. They cut Mike Williams, who didn't pan out, the former SC star. And Tim Dwight signed on Wednesday. He's gotten a crash course in this offense.
Yeah, we were at practice Friday, and he's the guy they call new guy still. I mean, that's how fresh he is.
Longtime veteran, played with the Jets last season. 10 years in this league. Third down and 20 at the 18. Here's the pitch. Vargas. And Vargas gets to the 25, making the 26. A gain of 8. C.C. Brown with the tackle. I think there's another game going on. Here's James Brown in New York.
Hey, Gus and Steve.
After last season here in Oakland, not the case at all. Leckler punts it away. Oh, what a beautiful punt. Jacoby Jones back to the 11-yard line. Jones at the 20. Jones spinning, gets to the 30, and finally goes down at the 31. Tackled on the play by John Kondo. 67 zip. Amon Green with an 8-yard touchdown run. Here's Green now, takes the pitch, and he'll pick up 2.5. Amon Green tripped up. Let's take a look at what he's done so far today.
Well, they had some questions. He's been in and out of the lineup with injuries, but on this big screen pass, the 52-yarder has been sensational. And then the touchdown run, getting inside. Gus, make no mistake, the run game for Houston's going to be huge today, not because the run defense of the Raiders has been weak, but because they believe the pass rush of the Raiders and their corners are just too strong to be consistently good against.
Second down and 8 at the 32. Green again, and Amon Green with huge real estate. He picks up the first down as he crosses the 40. It's a gain of 8. And the thing about it, Steve, is the Raiders have allowed a 100-yard rusher in 5 of their last 7 games. Last week it was Lindale White, Larry Johnson did it, LaDainian Tomlinson, Ronnie Brown, and Travis Henry.
And one of the reasons for that is the Raider offense is not scoring enough points to make teams want to throw and have to keep up. Teams can stick with the running game all the way through the game because they're never behind.
Amon Green so far, 7 carries, 29 yards, first down Houston at the 40. Play fake, Rosenfeld. Buying time, fires on the run, and it's incomplete. That one caught out of bounds. Stuart Schweigert knocking out Andre Davis. Matt Schaub The starting quarterback of this team has been nicked up the last couple of weeks. He's still battling a concussion suffered against San Diego last week. Prior to that, a terrible hip injury. So Schaub a little wounded and weary.
Yeah, and I think what they want out of Sage Rosenfels in replacing Schaub is just don't turn it over. Give your playmakers a chance to play and protect the football, particularly against the Raiders.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line. Quick strike. Andre Davis on the slant, and he gets close to midfield. Thomas Howard with the tackle, but it's a gain of 9. And he's about a yard short of a first down.
That's a nice offensive play call by Kubiak. It's just a quick read. The quarterback doesn't read the defense at all. He steps up and throws it. Davis runs right in behind the inside receiver in the vacated area. Easy throw. Nice 9-yard gain.
You know, when I play with my Lions on PlayStation, that's one of my best plays. You know what I'm saying? I can really get up the field.
You're a great.
My receivers can run after the catch.
You're a great offensive coordinator.
That's right. 3rd down and 1 at the 49. Here's Ron Dane. And he picks up the first down. How about those Detroit Lions, by the way?
Wow. 44-0 last time I checked.
Against Denver.
Over the Denver Broncos.
John Kitna predicting that they'd win 10 games or more.
And I got to admit, I was one of the ones that snickered at that when he said it, but he may be right.
I think he is. Mike Martz and company. 1st down and 10 now at the 48-yard line for Sage Rosenfels. He looks like he's in complete control out there. 5 of 8, 90 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 pick. Leach and Green in the backfield. Here's Amon Green. And he's dropped for a loss. No room on that right side. Jay Richardson with the tackle. Remember, Richardson is in at the starting defensive end position on that side because Tommy Kelly was lost last week with an ACL injury. He's out for the whole season.
And he plays this really well, moving down the line, working against the left tackle Salam, and just stringing it out and getting there. As you see, there's the reason you have 3 running backs active, Gus. Amon Green limping off the field.
And a Green on the sideline, so that brings in Ron Dane. 2nd down and 11. Play fake. Rosenfels sets up. Looking for Andre Davis. Doesn't have him. He dives forward. And gets to the 44-yard line. A 4-yard pickup. Wrapped up by Derek Burgess.
Both these quarterbacks using their wheels to get outside and getting some positive yards. And that's a big down. I mean, you've got a 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 12. Picking up 5 gives you a 3rd and 7, which is, you know, it's not life-threatening. I mean, you can maybe pick that up. Plus, you can get down closer. It gives you a chance to stay on the field for at least a field goal in this situation. But both quarterbacks have really had to use their legs today.
Amon Green being looked at on the sideline. 3rd and 7 at the 45. Rosenfels needs a big play here. Fires to the sideline, incomplete. Threw that one over the head of Walter. Asamoah defensively for the Raiders, and the Texans will have to punt it away.
As the Raiders on that drive, the thing that got them off the field, Gus, was the 1st down. They held the Houston Texans to negative yards on 1st down, and the Texans couldn't overcome it on the next 2 and are ending up punting it away.
So Matt Turk will punt it away at the 40. Johnny Lee Higgins stands inside his own 10. And Turk pops this one in the air. It's fair caught at the 7-yard line, a 37-yard punt. No return. Raiders backed up again, trailing by 7. Welcome back as you take a look at both offenses today.
And there you go. The average 6.1 is a really good average to go into. They got the touchdown as well, but the 52-yard screen pass put them over the top on that one.
1st down at the 9-yard line for the Raiders. McCown sets up, fires, and picked off. The rookie, Fred Bennett. And Fred Bennett snatched one down, returns it 16 yards, and the Texans are in business.
And that was a great pick. Right there, he's going to fall. Watch his eyes in the corner. He watches the quarterback, doesn't go for the fake, and just undercuts it. The ball's underthrown right there by McCown. And Bennett, in his first start, he told us, I called everybody my Mom, my dad, my friends, everybody giving them the news that this was going to be my first start. And here in the first half, he gets an interception. His first.
So the Texans have it at the Raiders' 16-yard line. Ahman Green on the sideline still. We don't know what his injury is, but we'll let you know as soon as we have information. Rosenfeld's bootleg. Tucks it. Oh, Rosenfeld's almost lost his head. Thomas Howard.
I'll tell you what, Rosenfeld's tried the pump fake. Howard wanted another. Watch how Howard runs him down. Rosenfeld looks like he's running in quicksand. Howard, like, that's the difference between a quarterback and a linebacker right there. That linebacker will track you down in a hurry. These Raider linebackers, Gus, they can run, and Rosenfeld's found out the hard way.
Thomas Howard having a terrific season with 4 interceptions.
Rosenfeld's got a little, that's nice.
Second down and 8 at the 14. Dane breaks it back. Ron Dane! Touchdown, Houston! 14 yards for the former Heisman Trophy winner. And the Houston Texans capitalize on the McCown interception and have a chance to take a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, this is bad run defense. They're going to come up and just over pursuit of the outside. Ron Dane gets right in behind it. And the secondaries and the safety can't come up in time to make that play. The linebackers and defensive line completely over pursued, and the Houston offensive line pushed them past the play.
Extra point up and good. 4:02 to play, second quarter. Texans on the road. Smash mouth, Texas style football. 14. So young Fred Bennett picked up his first career interception. He's the rookie out of South Carolina. And Ron Dane said thank you very much as he rushed for his second touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken a 14-0 lead. And the natives are starting to get restless here in Oakland. Carr inside his own 5. And Carr gets to the 30, maybe the 31. Charlie Anderson with the tackle, a 27-yard return. McCown back on the field. He threw a pick last time out. And there's the first overall pick waiting in the wings. Today they have 2. A 14-yarder by Ron Dane and an 8-yarder by Ahman Green. First down and 10 for the Raiders at the 31. Here's the handoff, Justin Fargas. And Fargas has chopped down. An injury update for you.
Justin Fargas about here.
Dante Robinson has a sprained knee. He will not return for Houston. They're a very talented defensive back. Gary Kubiak must be pleased with what he's seeing from his team. His last 6 games, the team had 1 interception. Today, 2.
And that's always a key. Defensively, it's how many turnovers you can get and also how many points you give up. And how it's not about yards or anything. It's about that scoreboard. That's all it is for defense. And today, his team looks pretty good.
Second down and 9. Near side. Ball caught. Porter with the reception. And Jerry Porter out of bounds at the 40. DeMarcus Fagans there to knock him out of bounds.
You spoke to it and alluded to it just before we went to the commercial, Gus, about how the fans are starting to boo. They kind of want to see Jamarcus Russell. They want to see the #1 overall pick. But today, now you have to remember, he's the #3 quarterback for the Raiders. He's not going to see the field until the 4th quarter, if at all. If they have problems and they want to make a quarterback change, it's going to be Dante Culpepper in the game.
Third down and 1 at the 40. Fargas again. And he'll pick up 1.5 yards and a first down. Ryans with the tackle. So, talking to Lane Kiffin, he told us that DeMarcus Fagans will play when he's ready. Excuse me, DeMarcus Russell will play. Jamarcus Russell will play when he's ready, and he just doesn't feel that that time has come.
Well, when you miss 45 days at camp, you're not going to get it back in a month of the season. It's just too much else going on to learn the offense.
First down at the 43. Play fake. McCown rolls out of the pocket. Now running. And he dives forward and gets the first down. Morlon Greenwood with the tackle. It's a 10-yard gain.
And you see there McCown getting out of the pocket. If Greenwood isn't there to make that tackle, or if he somehow misplays it, McCown's going to go for a big one. And that's exactly what the Raiders need out of this offense. A quarterback who can just make it so they don't take a negative play. Don't stand in the pocket. Their offensive line has struggled in the last few weeks, and McCown is making them look a lot better today.
First down at the 47. Here's the handoff. Second man through Fargas. And it should take us to the 2-minute warning. He gains a couple of yards. Travis Johnson with the tackle. 2 minutes to play. Houston up 14-0. Coming up on the Sprint halftime report, join JB, Dan, Shannon, and Boomer, along with Coach Cowher for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. That's coming up on the Sprint halftime report. 14-0 our score here. The Texans leading on the road as the Raiders approach the line of scrimmage. Second down and 8 from the Houston 45 for McCown and company. Here's Josh McCown. Fires. Fargas dives forward, and he gets to the 41 before being stopped. Okoye and Faganson on the tackle after a 4-yard gain.
And the Texans are starting to get a little pressure on McCown in the pocket. He's trying to dump that off quick to get rid of it, is exactly what the Raiders wanted him to do, but they just can't outrun that front seven. That front seven of Houston is so fast and so athletic with Mario Williams, D'Amico Ryans, Omobi Okoye. Those guys can really move down the line, and even though the Raiders had a good play call, the speed of the Texans took it over.
Third down and 4 at the 41. And a whistle, some movement, and I believe the Raiders have hurt themselves once again.
65, offense, 5-yard penalty still. Third down.
That's Barry Sims.
It's got to be incredibly frustrating. I mean, Sims had 3 of these last week in the same situation, and then Lane Kiffin's got to sit over there and regroup, and after a nice little play to Fargas on the pass to set up a second or third and short, now they've got a 3rd and 9 because of a mental mistake.
Yeah, Barry Sims, 3 false start penalties last week and 1 holding infraction for 26 yards. 14 penalties for the Raiders last week, 11 on offense. 3rd and 9 at the 46. Lamont Jordan back in. Here's McCown. Picked off again. Gobbled up. What an interception, Von Hutchins. And now these Raider fans have seen enough.
Well, right in the slot, Dwight's going to come out and sit, and the ball is behind him. The ball should have been out in this area, not in where Dwight was. He threw it to where the receiver's inside and gave Hutchins a chance to break on that football. And McCown stared the receiver down, gave the defensive back a chance to drift that way, brought him all that much closer to the interception.
And they are really getting agitated here in Oakland with their home team. 1st and 10 at the 40. 3 interceptions in the first half for Josh McCown.
We'll review the previous play.
And they will review that play. McCown will hope that this one will be overturned, but the ruling on the field is interception. 15-0, Houston with the lead. Von Hutchins is hoping that his interception will stand.
Well, Gus, we got the big grand tour of the replay booth just a few minutes before kickoff, and you'll see here if that ball is caught and held solid and it doesn't move in his hands, that's an interception. Now, if the replay official sees that ball, when he lands, even if the ball touches the ground, that's not necessarily an incomplete pass. If he's got control of it and it touches the ground, right there, I think it moves. Right there, you saw it where the ball was squished against the ground and it rolled a little bit. That's going to be reversed from that angle right there. That's the difference right there. That may be reversed. Howard Slavin, the guy we spoke to, told us about how it went.
After reviewing the play, the pass hit the ground. The pass is incomplete. It is 4th down on the 49-yard line. Please set the game clock to 1:15.
So for Von Hutchins, it will not stand. And now the Raiders are back on the field, and it looks as if they may go for it on 4th down and 9. The offense is on the field.
Well, with 1:15, the Raiders feel probably pretty good about the way their defense is playing, despite how they're doing against the run. The Texans are not going to be able to go down and score. At least that's their thought.
And McCown comes back on the field, and he's greeted by a chorus of boos from this hometown crowd.
I think at this point of the season, this is a very impatient fan base.
So right now they're probably checking the
Correction,
spot.
the ball will be placed at the 46-yard line.
Yeah. And there you see it, 1:15 to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts. And the Raiders in desperate need of a first down to get back in this ball game. 4 of 10 for 35 yards is not how you want your first half to go as a quarterback.
So he's faced with a 4th down and 9 at the 46. Ahmad Jordan in the backfield.
They're not going to snap it.
And now a timeout call by Oakland. They'll come on the field and punt it away.
And as a disciplined play by the Houston defense.
Welcome back. The Raiders are going to try a field goal. Sebastian Janikowski, his career-long 55 yards twice.
But this is an NFL record right here, Gus. 64 yards. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever kicked one this long.
So Janikowski has always been known as a kicker with a strong leg. His accuracy, though, a question mark. This, an NFL record attempt. Sebastian Janikowski, and now timeout called by Houston. We'll step away again. 1:15 to play in the second quarter. Back after this. So welcome back. 14-0 Houston with the lead. Sebastian Janikowski is on to attempt an NFL record 64-yard field goal. He's got a great leg. Leckler, the holder. Here's the snap. The place, it's up.
Oh, he's got enough.
Oh! Oh, he hit the upright. Unbelievable. Sebastian Janikowski, that may have gone 70 yards.
He had enough. I could not believe it. That ball came out of there like a rocket, and the crowd is giving him a rousing ovation because they know, let me tell you guys, that is a great kick off the cross, off the upright or not. Wow.
But now, this Raider team, their defense in trouble. Houston takes over with 1 timeout left, 1:10 to go at the Oakland 45. And Sebastian Janikowski thought he had the record. Game of inches. First down and 10, make it the 46. Rosenfeld to the sideline, incomplete. Walter, the intended receiver, and there's a flag on the play.
And it's going to be encroachment on the Raiders, which may put the
Outside.
Texans close.
Number 58, defense lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty still. First down.
I'll tell you what a great job by Lane Kiffin, even thinking about going for the field goal. I mean, most coaches, that's not even on the menu at that point. But Janikowski, not only did he have enough leg, oh my goodness, I thought he had it. You see there, missed it by that much.
First down and 5 at the 41. Jameel Cook is checked in for Houston. Rosenfeld over the middle. Walter with the catch, dives forward and gets to the 30. Let's go to New York. Here's James Brown for an NFL update.
Steve, take.
Baxley will stay right here. Rosenfeld's underneath. Walter again at the 22. Gets up and gets to the 20. Schweigert with the tackle. Hurry up offense. Now for this Houston squad. And a timeout on the field called by Houston. Now we'll check in with JB in New York.
Hey, Gus and Steve, take a look here. Tom Brady going for the home run ball aiming forward, trying to hook up with Dante Stallworth. He's only been picked off twice this season. This is number 3. Antoine Bethea picks him off. Last time Brady was picked off, October the 1st, that against Cincinnati. 7-6, New England late in the second. Back to Gus and Steve.
All right, take a look at the quarterback comparison. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, the 2 best in the business. Brady has thrown a pick. Manning, no touchdowns or interceptions.
7 for 13 is not the completion percentage Peyton Manning's used to either. Both those guys, I mean, that's what a battle that is.
Right now, Houston threatening again. First down and 10 at the Raider 20-yard line. 39 seconds remaining. Houston out of timeouts. 3-receiver package. Rosenfels fires in the end zone. Incomplete. Rosenfels hit as he throws it. Schweigert almost had his second interception of the first half. And don't forget, folks, coming up on the Sprint Halftime Report, join JB, Dan Shannon, Boomer, and Coach C for all the latest NFL scores and highlights. That's coming up on.
But right now, the Texans are going to have to throw this football to stop the clock. At least that's what the book says.
Walter, the receiver, at the bottom of your screen. He's had a terrific season. And Rosenfels, flag on the play.
False start, number 73, offense. 5-yard penalty still. Second down.
Let's quickly check. Look at those total yards for Indy, 229. Cook running the football, dives forward and gets to the 22. 28 seconds and counting. Kirk Morrison with the tackle. So the Texans want to get to the line of scrimmage, spike it. Maybe one more play, Steve. What do you think?
Yes, third down. They may try. They're going to run this football, I think, now after that run. After the false start penalty, going to try to stop the clock, milk the clock for everything. And that's, I don't know, I don't agree with that.
Well, you have one of the best kickers in football. Chris Brown will come in. Chris Brown is 17 of 18 on the season. Has made 24 of his last 25 field goals over that past 13 games.
That's a mistake right there. It's fourth down with 10 seconds on the clock, game clock. You got to let the clock run down to about 4 seconds before you spike it. That's a mistake by Sage Rosenfels. Now they're going to have to kick it off even if he makes it.
Brown attempting a 40-yarder, and it is good. Texans look strong in the first half on the road in Oakland. 5 seconds remaining, and Brown will kick it away, and it's a line drive. Picked up at the 25 by Rhodes, and he goes down at the 35-yard line. And that will be the end of the first half with the score of the Houston Texans. Well, one more second actually remains on the clock. So here comes. And they hand the ball off to Fargas. And he goes down at the 47. Now that's the end of the first half. With the score, Houston 17, Oakland 0. Coming up, our Sprint halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. Here we have here in Oakland, and the Houston Texans lead the Raiders 17-0. Let's recap the first half for you. The green light was on for this Houston Texans squad. Amon Green with an 8-yard run. Then the Texans defense took over. They took it away with Steve Tasker. One thing you like about Gary Kubiak and his team, although they have battled injuries, they're always well prepared and they play really hard.
And when they've stayed away from turnovers, they've been a very difficult team to beat. They got off to a fast start. In the last couple of weeks, they've really turned the ball over an awful lot. That's really hurt them. When they can keep from making those mistakes, they've got enough talent, they've got a good coaching staff, and they've got enough youth and exuberance to beat a lot of good football teams. This is a very good Houston Texans football team. If they can get out of their own way and not turn the ball over, they're going to be very good.
A reminder, this game is brought to you in high definition here on CBS. So we start the second half. The Texans will have it. Sebastian Janikowski, who attempted that 64-yard field goal and hit the upright, will send it away. He has 17 touchbacks on kickoffs to lead the NFL. And Dexter Wynn is back for Houston. Here's Dexter Wynn camping under it, and he'll start from his own goal line. Dexter Wynn dives and gets to the 21. Stopped by Cooper, and it's a 22-yard return. All right, a look at the first half stats.
Well, you can see most of them are in favor of the Texans. Only the rush yards in favor of the Raiders, not by much. Time of possession, interceptions. Those are the things that really have hurt both these clubs, is their own, they point the finger at themselves a lot. The penalties the Raiders have incurred, and of course the turnovers have been the difference in this game.
Sage Rosenfels, 7 of 13, a buck 11, no touchdowns, 1 interception in the first half. First down and 10 at the 21-yard line for the Texans. Here's Ron Dayne with running room. Ron Dayne runs over one of the officials, and he gets to the 29, a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, you said it. Look, that was a nice run, and I think it's always important when this comes. Daryl Jenkins is the umpire who's going to, do the full body block there on Dane right there, trying to get out of the way. But I think the first series after halftime is when you get an idea of what the coaching staffs saw in the first half, and they come out and try some new wrinkles into the offensive game plan they put in for this week.
Second down and 1 at the 30. And Ron Dayne, and they jump on his back. Trudell Sands into Gerard Warren. Remember, Gerard Warren is out with that quad injury. Suffered week 4. He was playing excellent football prior to that injury.
Yeah, I think they've really missed Warren in the lineup. Now, Jerome Sapp is really playing extremely well. Sands is in there doing his part. They're really getting some good things done on that defensive line, but Warren, make no mistake, would really help them if he could be in there.
So that makes it third down and 1 at the 30. Texans are 3 of 6 on third down conversions. Leach and Dayne line up in the I. 2 tight ends. They pitch it. Ron Dayne gets outside, down the sideline. Watch the big fella picking him up and putting him down. And he's out of bounds at the 31. Jay Richardson chases him out of bounds, but Ron Dayne picks up 39 yards.
Watch the left tackle, Ephraim Salam, get out in front. Right here, watch, he's going to get out in front, and he's going to put the block on Fabian Washington, and that's what springs Dayne. What a great play call, and I'll tell you what, you got to tip your hat, too, to the big defensive end, Jay Richardson. You can say what you want, but 6'6", 280 running down Ron Dayne.
So Dayne, 8 carries, 71 yards. Echimandu has checked in now for this Houston squad. They give it to him over the left side. Now, he was with the Raiders during the first 3 weeks of the season, had a terrific preseason, finally released when all of the Raiders running backs got healthy. Lamont Jordan, Dominique Rhodes was suspended for 4 games because of an NFL violation, so let go. But last week, Adam Chinobi Echimandu came in, 10 carries, over 60 yards, did a fine job.
And watch out, if he gets a chance to run outside, he may run into his first cousin, Nnamdi Asomugha. These guys are very close friends, and they both, Echimandu had a nice smile on his face thinking about it.
Here he is over the left side. I'll tell you what, they both have difficult names to pronounce. We're sitting here trying to go over Asomugha and Echimandu all the time. Here he is last week.
And they've been looking for some help. Amon Green's been in and out of the lineup with the injury, the nagging injuries, and Echimandu, who's only been there a few weeks, came in and really ran very well. 10 rushes for 62 yards at San Diego. The running game really got taken out of it a little bit as the Texans fell behind the Chargers, but then you always look for positive, and Echimandu was a definite positive in that loss last week.
Elevated from the practice squad, third down and 4 at the 25. Here's Rosenfels, lets it go, and it's incomplete. Intended for Walter on the far side. Fabian Washington defensively for the Raiders breaks that one up.
And this is the pocket just collapsing. The Raiders doing it with just 4 guys, and oh, that's it right there. Clemens getting in off the left side, and there's Fabian Washington working against Walters and just staying with it, knocking the inside arm off the ball. Great defensive play on the outside.
So that will bring in Chris Brown to attempt a 43-yarder. Good today from 40 yards. He has 3 50-plus yard field goals on the season. That one blocked by the Raiders in the middle of the line. Let's see. They say it's Jay Richardson, 98, and it is. Oakland catches a break. Welcome back, 17-0. Houston with the lead. Richardson blocks the field goal. And now the Raiders take over at the 33-yard line. Fargas leans forward and gets to the 41, a gain of 8. Johnson with the tackle.
You'll see Richardson from the inside. He's going to get pushed. There are guys behind him pushing him from behind. Now they can do that. They just can't lift him. And I guess when you're 6'6", 280 pounds, you don't have to get lifted up. And there's a rookie out of Ohio State, 5th-round draft pick this year. Had a nice series. He ran Ron Dane down on the long play and then blocked the field goal.
Second down and short. Raiders need 2 at the 41. Fargas, and he'll pick up the first down. And you really like the way Justin Fargas runs the football.
I've always liked him since he came in the league. He never gives you anything less than his best effort on every play. And I think that's one reason Lane Kiffin finally rewarded him with the opportunity to start. He's a team football player. He puts the team first. He's unselfish, and he works hard. And I think the guys in the huddle like having him in there. He always gives you his best effort.
14 carries, 63 yards for Justin. First down and 10. They give it to him again. Skipping. Lowers his shoulder. Takes a mighty hit by Will Demps. Gets up. But he gains 9 on the play. Will Demps, former Giant last year and world champion with the Baltimore Ravens.
You see, you're right, Gus. A nice yarn in, and it stops right at 9 yards. Bang. Big hit by Demps. But Fargas gets up, walks back to the huddle. He's ready to come back again. And that's the kind of thing a safety needs to do. Although for the Texans, you'd like to see him do it 2 yards downfield, not 9.
Second down and 1 at the 46. Fargas and Griffith in the offset eye. Play fake. McCown to the sideline, wide open, complete. Out of the backfield, Griffith, the fullback, makes the grab inside the 20-yard line. And it's a gain of 29.
Well, that's a perfect time for a play fake, a play action second and very short. You fake the run to get the first down, and then the back down the sideline gets forgotten about. Yeah, Justin Griffith, the fullback, doesn't catch the ball very much, but on this one, makes the big play.
Biggest gain of the day for the Raiders as McCown put that one right on the money. First down at the Texans 17. Lamont Jordan in the backfield. There's Jordan, and he's tackled from behind as he leans forward and gets to the 20. Earl Cochran and Okoye combining on the tackle.
And this is a crucial series for the Raiders. They want to get back in this football game, trailing 17-0. This is one of the drives they've got to do it on. Believe me, they're thinking touchdown here, not field goal. They've got to get close and punch this in.
Second down and 8 at the 15. Trailing 17-0. Griffith, Fargas. McCown fires in the corner. Incomplete. Flag on the play intended for Curry. Will Demps breaks it up, but it may be a late hit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he might be a helmet-to-helmet on a defenseless receiver, or it could be interference. Hard to say. The back judge called that from the middle of the field, so he didn't have a good angle of the defender going up from behind the receiver.
After the pass, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 47, launching to the helmet. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And Bennett is the cornerback, but watch as Curry comes in after the ball is through. Right there.
How are you supposed to stop? That is an awful call.
Yeah,
the NFL needs to change this rule. How is Will Demps supposed to stop? And he tried to drop his shoulder on him. That wasn't a helmet-to-helmet hit.
That's correct. It wasn't. It might have looked like it from where the defender or the official was, but I thought that was a good play by Will Demps, and you said it like I did. He did let up on that hit.
First down and goal at the 7. Griffith and Fargas in the backfield. Here's McCown, scrambling, throws out of the end zone. And the thing about that last play with Will Demps, the league is trying to protect the offensive player, but eventually you're going to start getting defenders hurt because they aren't able to play at full speed.
Yeah, you see there, and right there, it looks like he ducks and puts his arm up. But that's not, and he was ducking down low to keep his head down away from the receiver's head. I think he did that just right. Now you can say that he probably would have tried to completely miss, but I'm telling you what, that you're talking thousandths of a second he's got to make that decision.
2nd and goal at the 7-yard line. Here's McCown to the sideline. Caught. Curry trying to turn it up, and he can't do it. They hold on to him. Charlie Anderson. That's a terrific open field tackle for a linebacker on a wide receiver. Watch Charlie Anderson able to just hold on to Curry.
No, you're right, and that's the key thing, because if Curry can make this and shake that first tackle, it's a touchdown right here. He's going to get up inside and has one more guy to miss, and Anderson just keeps spinning him around. Finally, the pursuit gets there. And that's good team defensive play made there by Anderson, giving his pals a chance to get over there.
3rd down and goal at the 5. McCown in the gun. Remember, he's a good runner. McCown looking over the middle, incomplete. Tried to force that one in, and it's broken up. Ryans and Anderson both near the football, and here comes the field goal unit.
Yeah, I think McCown waited too long to throw that football. He's got to throw it before the receiver's ready to catch it. He waits until the receiver's looking at him. He's got to throw it before that. The defenders get there too fast. It's so tight, and it happens so fast down there. You got to throw it earlier.
So that brings on Sebastian Janikowski. He missed the 64-yarder. This one from 22 yards away. It's up, and the Raiders are on the board. 7:40 to play, 3rd quarter. Houston 17, Oakland 3. And welcome back as you take a look at the scoring drive. 10 plays, 62 yards. Raiders unable to pick up 6, but they'll settle for 3. Janikowski nailing the field goal. And now Oakland sends it away, back deep. Dexter Wynn. Here comes Dexter from the goal line. Straight ahead. And he crosses the 25 up to the 27-yard line. 17-3. Texans with the lead. Coming up, they will have the football. The black hole, however, the Raiders are on the board. 17-3 our score. Gus Johnson, Steve Tasker with you from McAfee Coliseum here in Oakland. 1st down and 10 at the 29. Leach and Ron Dayne in the backfield. Here's Ron Dayne skipping ahead, and he gets to the 31. Stopped on the play by Trudell Sands. Pro Bowl voting is underway. Vote for your Drew Brees. Huge day. Adrian Peterson, NFL record, 296 yards against the Chargers. 2nd down and 8 at the 31. Ron Dayne, he's had an awesome day on the ground so far. Ron Dayne picks up 3 yards there. And there's Amon Green on the sideline. Remember, he played today, but he's had a gimpy knee, suffered week 2 against Carolina. He's bounced in and out of the lineup. Didn't play last week against San Diego, and did a nice job early on here. Had that 8-yard touchdown run. 8 carries, 28 yards. Dayne, 10 carries, 76 yards.
Well, they're going to get Dayne and Echamondu are going to get the bulk of the carries, it looks like, from here on out, and that's what they were worried about. They didn't think Amon Green could make it through the entire game.
3rd and 5 at the 34. Here's Rosenfeld throwing over the middle. Owen Daniels, nice grab in traffic, and he gains 13 yards. I like Owen Daniels. This young man reminds me of Brent Jones, the former 49er.
Well, he runs a great route right there. He curls in, finds the dead spot in the zone, and then you see there he makes the tough catch. I mean, that's what you want out of anything. If you can get him the football in traffic, he plucks the ball out of the air, and that's the difference maker. Not only can he get separation, but he makes the tough catch in traffic.
3 catches, 38 yards for Owen Daniels. 1st down and 10 at the 47. Here's Ron Dayne again, running downhill, and Dayne gets to midfield, picks up 3.
You see there, Gus, this is the Houston Texans. Now, Ron Dayne's a big back. They're going to pound it away. They've got a 14-point lead, and the clock is ticking, and this is what's bothered the Raiders. They never play with a lead. They never force a club to throw. They get positive yards on 1st and 2nd down, so it's always 3rd and short. They can either run or pass, and that's really what has kept the Raider defense been becoming great, is their inability to hold teams on first and second down.
The Raiders are 30th in the NFL against the run, giving up 148 yards per game. They've given up 139 on the ground already. Ron Dane again. And he falls forward. Dane picks up 4. Robert Thomas stops him.
Yeah, they grind it down. That 3 yards on first down, 3 or 4 yards on second down. Now it's third and about 2.5. It's exactly what Houston wants to do. Now they can run it or they can pass it. Just stay on the football field. But now, if the Raiders can still get a stop, they can still get him off the field.
And there's Andre Johnson. They're keeping him out. He could have played this week, but they want him to come back 100% healthy. Texans have a bye after this game. 3rd down 3 at the 45. Echemandu in the backfield. And a flag call. Play clock winds down.
Offense. 5-yard penalty still. 3rd down.
And that's all Sage Rosenfels. He has to do a better job of getting his team in the huddle to the line of scrimmage and the ball snapped.
Yeah, and you might be able to make a case that that was them not getting the offensive play picked and in and out of the huddle, but that's a pace problem. That's what the Raiders have been fighting against, and in that situation, that's all it is. That's just getting the play in, getting in and out of the huddle on time. That's a mental mistake on the coaching staff and the quarterback.
Normal starter Matt Schaub on the sideline. Trying to rebound from a concussion last week against San Diego. 3rd and 8 at midfield. They need to go to the 43 of the Raiders. Rosenfels over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Jacoby Jones, and the Texans will have to punt.
A pretty good drive by the Texans, even though it's not going to lead to any points. They still a lot of plays, a lot of time off the clock, and they're going to flip the field. They're going to get the Raiders down deep in their own end, saving a long punt return. But that's exactly the kind of offense that the Texans can afford to play at this point of the game with a 14-point lead.
So Matt Turk stands at the 35. Johnny Lee Higgins back deep inside his own 10. End over end kick. Johnny Lee Higgins will get an opportunity from the 12. And he goes down at the 15. 38-yard punt, 3-yard return. Here comes Josh McCown. His quarterback rating not very good, but we still have a lot of time to play here in Oakland. Welcome back, 17-3. The Texans lead the Oakland Raiders. Gus Johnson, Steve Tasker from the McAfee Coliseum here in Oakland, California. 1st down and 10 at the 15-yard line for Josh McCown and the Raider offense. They hand it off, Justin Fargas. And Fargas with great running room gets to the 24. Let's check in with James Brown in New York for an NFL update.
Hey, the Patriots back to Gus and Steve.
Thank you very much, JB. 2nd and 2 at the 23. Here's Fargas. And he's dropped at the 25. Tell you, those Texans are doing a lot of hitting down there, guys.
They really are. Danny Clark put a big lick on Justin Fargas. Fargas lost the ball for a moment, but that managed to grab the handle again. Watch. You'll be able to see how hard he gets jolted from the front. That ball did come loose for a minute. Watch.
Oh. That makes it 3rd down and 1. They'll make that. Actually, he picked up the 1st down. Fargas did pick up the 1st down. And so now it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Lamont Jordan is checked in. They pitch it to him. Jordan turns the corner. And Jordan slides down out of bounds. Danny Clark defensively again.
And it seems like Jordan gets in the game to spell Justin Fargas, and they pitch him the ball to the outside. Fargas has been running up in between the tackles quite a bit, or maybe just outside the tackle. Jordan is just the opposite. He's running outside the tackles, both right and left. Neither way has been particularly successful for the Raiders, although they can stay on the field. They're getting some 1st downs here in the 2nd half.
2nd and 10. Down to the sideline. That one caught. Porter breaks it back on his feet. Jerry Porter down at the 43. DeMarcus Fagans with the saving tackle, but Jerry Porter gains 30 yards.
And sometimes that's all it takes, because right there on the top of your screen, he's going to catch it, one missed tackle, and he's gone. But then Fagans stays with it and comes back, recovers, and makes the touchdown-saving tackle. A lot of times, the best play you make is covering for your own mistake, and that's what happens to Fagans on that play. Missed the tackle that gave up the big play, but recovered enough to save the touchdown.
Porter averaging close to 19 yards per reception. First down at the Houston 43. And this time it's Fargas. And Fargas is closing in on 100 yards rushing. Travis Johnson with the tackle. Fargas 18 carries, 84 yards.
You talk about this Houston defense and what it's doing. I mean, Fagans is on the field because of the injury that happened to Dante Robinson. Fagans was actually benched in favor of the rookie
Fred Bennett.
And Fagans back in the ballgame. Now, he's a starter and a guy that's been in there, so it's not unfamiliar to him. But make no mistake, that's the kind of that missed tackle is the kind of thing that does get you off the field.
And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Texans on top of the Raiders 17-3. We'll return after this message and a word from your local station. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. Texans with a 17-3 lead. But the Raiders have the football, second down and 8 at the Houston 41. Griffith, Fargas in the backfield. Curry in motion. They hand it to Fargas. Fargas spinning, and he'll pick up the first down. Anthony Weaver makes the tackle, but Justin Fargas gains 10 yards, and he's 5 yards away from 100.
And that's what we've seen. I mean, Justin Fargas up in between the tackles, and you see when he cuts it up, because he looks like he's going fast, and it's a good thing they're getting him by the ankles there. You always have that thought when Fargas gets the ball, he could break the big one. And I think that's the best part about his game.
First down, play fake. McCown sets up, looking in the end zone. Incomplete. Wow. John Matson had it. He just couldn't hold on.
It looked like it went right through the hands of DeMarcus Fagans.
And there is a flag on the play.
And I think this might be on Fargas, or it might be on Mario
Holding.
Williams.
Defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Justin Fargas was trying to get out of the backfield, and Mario Williams clotheslined him. I think it was Mario Williams, and this is the end of the play. Right there, DeMarcus Fagans right through his hands, and it looks like Madsen almost has it. And then
Will Demps
almost has it. So 3 guys do as much as they can not to catch that pass. It's a lot. Fagans stumbles, gets up, stumbles again. Madsen's going to get it. Demps is going to get it, and it drops. Oh.
So a first down on the holding penalty at the 27 for the Raiders. Lamont Jordan checks in the backfield. McCown fires in the corner, incomplete. Jerry Porter, the intended receiver. Fagans covering defensively for Houston.
And the Raiders trying to hit the home run right there.
And don't forget, folks, after this big game, another one is about to begin. 11 teams from 11 walks of life. Oakland threatening. Jordan lowers his shoulder and gets inside the 25. Gains 3 on the play, and that'll bring up third down and 7.
And once again, I think the Raiders are in a spot where you look back to their first down play, a play action trying to go for the home run here. I don't know if I like that. They've got to keep getting first downs and get closer. They've got to get some touchdowns here sooner or later. They settle for another 3 points here. It's not going to do them much good here in the fourth quarter. And there you see, that's a big improvement. And that's all, that, to me, Gus, that's the only reason, the only way you evaluate a defense, how many points they give up.
Third down, 7 to the 24. They need to go to the 17 for first down. Low snap. McCown picks it up, steps up in the pocket, and he will not get it. First sack of the day, but late flags thrown.
And I think
maybe a face mask.
I think you called it. I think everybody saw it.
An inadvertent face mask by the Texans.
Personal foul, grabbing the mask.
Big person.
Number 95, defense.
Anthony Maddox
And you see, this is Mario Williams working. He's going to jump through. Maddox it's just grabbed it. You see there, Williams thinks he got held, but watch, you can't miss this. I mean, bang, and that is a 15-yarder right there.
Yeah, he didn't let go.
And that's what the Raiders need, and that's what both these clubs have battled against, hurting themselves in situations like that. Texans got the quarterback bobbled, a bad shotgun snap, had him going down trying to scramble, and then the face mask gives him an opportunity to stay on the field.
Gary Kubiak walks away from it. Frustrating penalty for this Texans squad, playing so well, but on this particular occasion they give the Raiders new life. First down at the Houston 12 for Oakland. Griffith, Fargas in the eye. They pitch it. Fargas slips and he tumbles down. He'll lose yardage on the play.
Well, this play was made by Mario Williams, Gus. They had a crackback block designed to take him out, and he dodged it and got out and messed it up. Right here, see there, right there, Madsen just misses him. He was supposed to seal him in, and now you got a guy like Mario Williams standing in the middle of the play. The running back's going, hey, wait a minute, he's not supposed to be there. That's what did that. Mario Williams' ability to slip the block by Madsen right at the snap.
Second down and 10 at the 12-yard line. Griffith, Jordan, out of the I formation. Here's McCown in trouble. Buying time, McCown. And he just flips it out of the end zone. No flags on the play, and that will bring up third down and 10.
And that's not a bad play by McCown to get rid of it, but here's Mario Williams working up the field on Sims. Comes out working down the line, and then you see him coming. That's just a guy. Mario Williams took a lot of heat last year for being picked ahead of a guy. And now I think he really feels you can tell when you talk to him, he's really starting to feel good and secure about where his place is on this Houston Texans defense.
Third down, 10 at the 12-yard line. McCown, short drop, underneath, caught. And this time it's Zach Miller. A flag on the play again.
This can be roughing the passer.
Number 91, defense. After this, to the goal, automatic first down.
Amobi Okoye, the rookie, called for roughing the passer. And the Raiders pick up a first down again.
That's the third personal foul penalty. 2 on this drive. And you'll watch as McCown throws this away right in front of you, 91 Okoye, and he goes ahead and hits the quarterback. He can't do that. And that's twice in the last 4 or 5 plays that the Texans had the Raiders stopped, and now have to give him a first down.
So the Raiders now first down and goal. Ball inside the 5-yard line.
And I think this is Justin Fargas right here. Give him the football.
He loves to run between the tackles. Here's Fargas, breaks it back. And he gets to the 1-inch line.
Now that's a good run.
Justin Fargas to the 1.
Huggy Bear's kid is not your average Bear.
No, he's not. And this is a real tough, solid, hard-nosed run. Just take it, both hands on the ball, go in there and blast, try and blast through D'Amico Ryans. Ryans puts a good lick on him, but that is a touchdown run 1 play before it happens.
Second down and goal at the 1-yard line. Fargas the deep man. Give it to him. Touchdown, Raiders. Justin Fargas, 22 carries, 98 yards, and a touchdown. And those 98 yards, folks, all coming the hard way.
The Raiders getting some help from the Houston defense. 3 personal fouls, and Vargas goes in. It's easy to take these short running plays for granted, but you also often see a lot of times when somebody slips through and makes a play defensively, but the Raiders getting it done there when they really had to.
Sebastian Janikowski in for the extra point. It's good. 11:22 to play in the 4th quarter. Who says the game of the day is in Indy? We feel we have it right here. 7-point game. Come on back. back and join us. Welcome back. 13-play drive for the Raiders, covering 85 yards. And Oakland eats up close to 7 minutes on the drive. Justin Fargas, 7 carries, 25 yards, including a touchdown. And we have a 7-point game. Janikowski booms this one. Dexter Wynn will take a knee, and the Texans will start from the 20. 11:22 to play in the fourth quarter. We've got a ball game in Oaktown. These fans are now inspired. Their team down by 7 here in Oakland as Houston approaches the line of scrimmage. They're celebrating in the black hole. Finally, some light. First down and 10 at the 20. Rosenfels flips it, and it's caught. Owen Daniels with the grab, and he's wrapped up by Kirk Morrison. A 3-yard gain.
That was a pretty tough 3-yard gain, too. Great throw by Rosenfels, great catch by Daniels. The Raider defense has really come out on this series. You can tell right from the first snap they're inspired. They know they got a chance to win this game if they can get the Houston offense off the field. And this crowd is way into it now, and I think they're going to become a factor.
Second down and 7 at the 23. Rosenfels inside. Walter, great catch, great throw, and he picks up the first down at the 35 to quiet this crowd. It's a gain of 12.
He said that is exactly right. And you see there just a quick slant. The Stanford route just playing off of Walter enough, and they had the right play call. A quick slant, you can't defend it unless you jump it, even on a good throw. Rosenfels didn't even look. Play fake and just threw it out there. He knew his receiver was going to be there. Impossible to defend.
First down at the 35. Leach and Dane in the backfield. Davis in motion. Here's Ron Dane. Ron Dane with all sorts of running room. Oh, Ron Dane dragging black jerseys. And he now has it inside Raider territory, 15-yard gain. Here's JB in New York.
Hey, Gus and Steve, Gary Brackett's pick up scored by the Colts. Back to Gus and Steve.
Tough to be the world champions and be the underdog in your own house.
That's right.
Indianapolis really stepping up in that game.
First down and 10 at midfield for Houston. Ron Dane. And Dane gets to the 47. Ron Dane with a fine running day. 14 carries, 102 yards. As he goes over the 100-yard mark.
Hard-fought yards as well. This offense for Houston, this is a nice drive. No matter how it ends up, unless it's a turnover, this Houston offense is doing exactly what they need to do. Hang on to the football, move it down the field. They've gotten 33 yards of field position back for their defense. And even if they don't get any points, the Raiders are going to have the long way to go offensively.
Second and 7 at the 47. Ron Dane again, and Dane ridden down by Robert Thomas. Seattle taking on Cleveland. In Cleveland, here's Browns have won 2 in a row.
Jamal Lewis is a difference maker.
That team playing extremely well under Romeo Crennel. This will be a huge win for them. 3rd and 2 at the 42. Now it's Rosenfels up the sideline. Oh, caught! Davis, touchdown, Houston! Andre Davis lays out and makes a spectacular catch for 42 yards.
Gary Kubiak swinging for the fence on 3rd and 3 when I think the Raiders thought they were going to just try and get a first down. Andre Davis just flat outrun Stanford route. They get tangled up, route goes down, touchdown. What a gutsy, courageous play call for Gary Kubiak to give Sage Rosenfels a chance to win the game right there.
3rd receiving touchdown of the year for the former Cleveland Brown. Extra point is up and good. And the Texans take a 24-10 lead. 7:50 to play in the 4th. Houston coming up with big plays. And welcome back. 7:50 to play in the 4th quarter. What a terrific play. Sage Rosenfels finding Davis. And for Davis, it's his second 40-yard reception. And now the Texans take a 24-10 lead. Carr with a head of steam. Breaks it back, gets to the 30 and up to the 36. A 31-yard return. Dexter Wynn with the tackle on special teams for Houston. So Josh McCown comes back on the field, and he once again has to make some plays to get his team back into this game.
Yeah, that last touchdown was exactly what the Raiders didn't need. Their offense had put together a 10-play drive and a 13-play drive, both for points here in the second half, but now they've got to do that at least twice more to get back in this game with only 7:42 to left. Now they've got to start changing the way they look at the game. They can't just play. They've got to do something special.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. And this is Fargas. Justin Fargas already over 100 yards. Danny Clark with the tackle. He picks up 5.
You can still run the football if you're Oakland, but you've got to get some plays, and you can't be going, you can't be taking all the play clock. You want to get in and out of the huddle quick, which is what they're doing. You got to pick up the pace a little bit, but you've still got your whole playbook at your disposal.
2nd down and 4 at the 42. Down in the shotgun. With time, that one is caught out of the backfield. Miller. And now they say it's an incomplete pass. The ball hit the ground.
Yeah, it took a while for the officials to decide that. The umpire coming out from the inside made that call. Brings up 2nd and 5 again, but McCown trying to go down the field, and finally settling for the check down route. But I think, the Raiders can't forget, you can still be very productive throwing the football for 5 yards and then having a tackle, breaking a tackle, and going to the distance. So I still think the short passing game is something that Raiders need to use at this point.
3rd down and 4 at the 42. Raiders 3 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. They need this one. Underneath that, it's caught. 1st down, Jerry Porter in front of Bennett. Gains 10 on the play.
And that's the kind of pass they need to throw. As Porter comes in, he's going to get in and just sit right there. You see Demps has to go outside with the tight end and just runs right past the throwing lane.
Makes it 1st down and 10 at the 49. McCown has settled down in the second half after throwing 2 picks in the first half. Numbers much better. Now McCown sets up a screen. It's wide open. Fargas. Oh! Fargas hurdling at the 40. Ryans upends him. But Fargas looks like Allen Johnson on this play.
Sure does. Watch how he gets up. This is a great play. Gets up over the top, and that gets him the 1st down as he jumps over Von Hutchins and D'Amico Ryans.
1st down and 10 of the 40. Here's McCown in trouble. Shovel pass. Lamont Jordan. So now the Raiders starting to find their rhythm on offense. 5:50 and counting as they quickly get up and get to the line of scrimmage.
And they still have to go hurry up. Yeah, with 5:40 counting, they got to stay on the field. And they got to keep running plays as fast as they can.
2nd and 7. McCown backs up, throws it. Incomplete. Dangerous throw. Johnny Lee Higgins, the intended receiver. Fred Bennett, the rookie, breaks it up.
Well, McCown had Earl Cochran right in his face, so he just threw this up and hoped one of his guys would make a play, and they almost did. Watch this. He ends up on his back, but still, I think that's what's going to have to happen, Gus. McCown's going to have to ask one of his receivers or one of the guys around him to make a play, and they're going to have to come through. Because remember, the Raiders have got to do this twice.
3rd and 7 at the 37. They need to go to the 30 for 1st down. Here's McCown. Drops it off. Lamont Jordan. That's an interception. D'Amico Ryans out of bounds. And that is one of the weirdest plays you'll ever see. Lamont Jordan
almost tossed it to D'Amico Ryans. Watch as he receives this, tries to bring it in, and it just, that ball hit the ground.
It looked like it hit the ground.
This may come back. Yeah, Lane Kiffin threw the flag, and he's right to do it, as you saw right there. Lamont Jordan never caught that ball, and it hit the ground.
ruling on the field prior to the challenge is incomplete pass.
Well,
Okay,
wait a minute.
The officials saw it, and they're saying it's an incomplete pass.
Well, he's saying that now, but they let the play go. I mean, what's a guy supposed to do? They let the play run, so you got to think they called it an interception. Nobody blew the whistle. And that's why Lane Kiffin threw the red flag, and it's rightfully so. They'll give him the challenge back and let the Raiders keep possession.
And that will make it 4th down and 7.
The problem is the Raiders lose the time on the clock.
Please set the game clock to 5:17.
That's clearly an incomplete pass. The ball was on the ground. And I'm sure the officials are over there right now trying to explain it to Gary Kubiak.
Okay.
Coach, no use in challenging this one. It's incomplete. The ball was on the ground.
You know, see the ball's on the ground. I mean, there's no way that's going to be anything except an incomplete pass. And with the Houston Texans have 3 timeouts left, as do the Oakland Raiders. Neither team wants to waste one now, particularly since they got the call right.
4th down and 7 at the 37. Raiders have to go to the 34 first down. Oakland needs somebody to step up and make a play. Here's McCown. Steps up in the pocket. Dancing, running, turns. First down, Oakland. 8-yard gain on 4th and 7. And the Raiders are still alive.
Well, McCown hasn't played a perfect game, but he's done some things today that illustrate why they wanted him in there in the first place. This 4th down run at this point of the game is one of them. Getting the first down there gives the Oakland Raiders a chance to win this game, even though with every tick of the clock it becomes a slimmer and slimmer chance.
1st down and 10 now at the 28 for the Raiders. 4:50 to go in the 4th. Down 24 to 10. McCown fires down the middle. Picked off. Ryans. D'Amico Ryans with the interception, and that may do it for Oakland. And here come the Bluebirds. 3 picks thrown by McCown. And the talented young linebacker out of Alabama makes him pay again in Oakland. McCown has now thrown 3. Remember, last year, Ryans had a career day in December against these Raiders. 15 tackles, an interception, a fumble recovery, a sack, a forced fumble, and 3 passes defended. D'Amico Ryans, folks, is a beast. He is one of the young, up-and-coming talents in the National Football League, and let's take another look at this fine defensive play.
And one of the things that you might not notice about this is look how deep he gets down the middle of the football field. That takes a lot of speed, a lot of instinct to come up and come down with that ball.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Papa John's. Order pizza online 24 hours a day at papajohns.com. And by GMC, official vehicle of the NFL and proud supporter of those who want it more.
Straight out of an Alfred Hitchcock movie, folks. McAfee Coliseum. The Birds are ready to feast as the Houston Texans are 4:28 away from another victory. They keep it on the ground. Ron Dane running, gains 5 yards. Coming up next on 60 Minutes, the tycoon who buys the world's most expensive toys, followed by the premiere of a new Amazing Race right after the game, except on the West Coast. Josh McCown, obviously dejected. Second game with 3 interceptions. He did it week 2 at Denver. And the story today.
Well, it hasn't been pretty for Josh McCown. You say here the tipped interception got things started, and then this one, great pick there by Fred Bennett, and then D'Amico Ryans once again.
Number 24, Michael.
And they're starting to call for Jamarcus Russell.
So Jamarcus Russell still needs some work, but you have the feeling that eventually the Raiders are going to have to allow him to get some experiences. They will be 2-6 if they lose this game.
I don't think he expected to come in the game when he's kept his full carrot earrings in his ears on the sidelines.
3rd down and 1. run. Ron Dane again on 3rd and 1. Jay Richardson grabs him. And it's a first down for the Texans. So Thursday on CBS, 2 of television's biggest shows come together for one unforgettable case. Follow the evidence from CSI to Without a Trace on a special 2-hour event Thursday beginning at 9, 8 Central on CBS. 4:17 to play, 4th quarter. The Houston Texans lead it 24-10 over Lane Kiffin and the Oakland Raiders. D'Amico Ryans with an interception. He's had a fine outing, as usual. Texans will have next week off, and then on the 18th, they will play host to the New Orleans Saints. Saints starting to revive.
Saints look a lot like they did
their
a year
season
ago.
exactly.
Yeah, and you see their first 8 games, they had 4 interceptions. They got 3 today. And I'll tell you what, that's how you win ball games, Gus. You make plays, you get the ball away from your opponent. And there you see Justin Fargas, who played an outstanding football game, it looks like, in a losing effort.
Fargas today, 23 carries, 104. First down for the Texans. Here's the run, Ron Dane. You have to tip your hat to Ron Dane. The Raiders have now allowed a 100-yard rusher in 6 of 8 games this season. Ron Dane, 19 carries, 121 yards, coming in for Amon Green, who went to the sideline with an undisclosed injury.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Gus, it's not going to get better for the Raiders until they can learn how to stop the run. I mean, that is their Achilles heel, and I think everything stems from it. Stopping the run defensively and, of course, staying on the field on offense. Jerome Sapp, Rob Ryan in it together. Jerome Sapp, who is a great, Warren Sapp, who is a great player still.
Ron Dane again running the football.
And there it is. It didn't get any better today. It's worse.
And you have to give a lot of credit to Rick Smith, the general manager of this Houston Texans football team. He has put the right pieces in place. You look at the young players they're acquiring. Mario Williams, Okoye on the D-line with D'Amico Ryans in the linebacker unit. You really have to like what he's done. Matt Schaub is going to be a fine quarterback, but you know, he's my fraternity brother, so you wouldn't expect anything else.
What fraternity is that?
Excuse me?
What fraternity is that you're...
There's only one fraternity, Steve.
What's that?
And that's Kappa Alpha Psi.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, just to let
Thanks
you
for
know.
letting me in on that. Thank you for letting me in on that.
A frat so nice they had to name it twice. That's what we say. 4th down and 6 at the 21 coming up for the Texans. 2:19 and counting. There's Rick, Natalie attired, and he is all smiles on that sideline.
I can't tell you, Gus, what a difference it makes to win the game before you head into the bye week. It makes a lot of difference. No matter what your record is, winning that game changes everything.
How about that, man? Gary Kubiak. One thing you like about him, he's a Texan, a man of few words, hard worker, and his team always prepared, always playing hard, and that hasn't been the case in years past in Houston. Next Saturday, the Home Depot SEC on CBS goes down between the hedges as Brandon Cox and the Auburn Tigers tangle with Matthew Stafford and the Georgia Bulldogs. The action begins with Timmy B and Spencer T on TIAA Prep College Football Today.
I'll tell you what, college football, I'm a Big Ten guy. I've played in the Big Ten, but it looks to me like it's the SEC and
Wow.
everybody else.
Certainly does. That is one special football conference. Turk punting it, and that one off the side of his foot. He shanked that one. Let's see where they spot it. They may spot that one inside the 30.
That's got to be at least the 35.
They spot it at the 31. This one isn't over. Welcome back. Matt Turk obviously frustrated with that punt. It was a punt of 10 yards. So now the Raiders take over at the Houston 31-yard line. A tough couple of weeks for the veteran punter for Houston. Over the middle, McCown completes it. And that one is caught by Porter. Greenwood with the tackle. Don't forget, coming up, time permitting, we will take you out to the Indianapolis-New England football game, which is coming down to the wire. 4-point game with under 4 minutes to go. Here's James Brown in New York with an update.
Gus and Steve, what a game. Take a look at Indianapolis scoring here. Tom Brady hooking up with Kevin Falk, 13 yards. 9th straight game with 3 touchdowns or more by Brady. 24-20. Late in the game, time permitting, we'll take you there. Back to Gus and Steve.
As you take a look at the quarterback comparison, Peyton Manning not putting up great yards today.
That's a telling statistic about how that game turned out. Peyton Manning only has thrown the football 24 times. I think that's very telling as to what their game plan was going into that game, is keep Tom Brady off the football field.
And a false start called on the Raiders. Barry Sims once again called for the false start. 6 penalties against Oakland for 40 yards. 2nd and 7 at the 28. McCown fires in the end zone. Tim Dwight, touchdown. "28 yards. This one isn't over. Tim Dwight signed on Wednesday. Well, McCown with a great pass.
Excuse me, you don't hang around the NFL for 10 years like Tim Dwight has without knowing a little something, and he gets up the sideline, stays in bounds, great catch, great throw, and the Fagans, expecting safety help over the top, just didn't get it. Leads to the touchdown.
Extra point up and good. 1:30 to play in the 4th, 24-17.
Well, here it is. It's going to be an onside kick right here. Oakland has no timeouts left. They've got to recover this. Sebastian Janikowski is going to put this on the ground, and the Texans are going to put their hands team out to try and recover this. Tim Dwight, new guy, getting the touchdown. At practice, he'd run a couple of plays, and somebody wanted his attention. They'd say, "Hey, new guy." They may not call him new guy after the touchdown pass right there.
But his style of play is the style of a Raider. And so Tim Dwight and the Raiders capitalizing on the mistake by Matt Turk, a 10-yard punt. And now Oakland will try to successfully deliver an onside kick. Their hands team is in there.
Now remember, this ball has to go 10 yards before it can be recovered by the Raiders. And contact cannot be initiated by the Texans until the ball has gone 10 yards, unless they step over that 40-yard line toward the Raiders.
So for the kicker, what do you need to do?
He's going to pound this ball into the ground, and it's going to bounce very high into the air. Now the way he's setting it up as though he were kicking it deep, which is exactly what you want to do. You don't want to give them any idea now. There's no question he's going to kick it over down to the near side.
Needs a big bounce. He gets it, and it's caught. Walter for the Texans jumps in there and recovers the football with 1:30 to play in the 4th.
And that'll be the ball game. And it's a great kick, pounds in the ground, the big hop, and then the Raiders just can't get to the ball before it comes down. It was a little deep, maybe about 3 yards deep. You want it just barely to get 10 yards. This one went about 13 or 14, and that time, that extra distance, gave Walter the time to field it cleanly. The Texans can now kneel down on the ball with Oakland not having any timeouts.
So the Raiders, as you mentioned, Steve, out of timeouts. Danny Clark, gimpy, a little gimpy.
I think he was injured and had trouble. I think he's cramping up. That's what it is. You can say he's walking okay, then see he's cramping up. I've been there. You can't.
What does that feel like?
Well, it's like somebody's trying to rip the back of your leg out from underneath your skin. I mean, it hurts. And at this point of the game, this is when guys will sometimes do that. They've been playing hard, running all over the football field, and you just get a little dehydrated, and that's when they hit.
So the Texans at the line of scrimmage with 1:28 to go. Oakland can't stop the clock anymore, and Houston takes a knee. Fine effort by this Houston Texans squad. It wasn't perfect, Steve, but effective, and they will head back to the Lone Star State with another win. Gary Kubiak can allow his guys to rest up a bit. They will improve their record to 4-5, have the week off. Andre Johnson should be returning, and in a couple of weeks they'll take on the New Orleans Saints at home.
Well, there's no question that if Gary Kubiak is going to get anything done with this team this year, he's going to need Andre Johnson to do it. And if they get him back, they're going to have their hands full as well with a New Orleans team that seems to be on track.
Big win for this Houston squad. They'll have the bye, take on New Orleans, and then the schedule. It's not easy, but it's not extremely difficult. Cleveland, Tennessee, Tampa, Denver, and then finally Indy and Jacksonville. Congratulations to Gary Kubiak and the Houston Texans. 24-17 winners. McCown throws 3 interceptions for Oakland. Ron Dane 122 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. Houston 362 yards of offense. They score 7 points off those 3 interceptions, and the Texans win it 24-17. For Steve Tasker, this is Gus Johnson. So long from Oakland. Now let's go to James Brown in New York.